The Significant Contributions of Refugees and Migrants, Part 3. Refugees and migrants help boost the economy.
A robust temporary worker program and legalization program would increase the incomes of American households by $180 billion a year. In contrast, constricting the inflow of low-skilled immigrants exacts a cost on American households.
I'm earning money, and at the same time, I'm paying taxes. So by the end of this 6 months, I think I'll be paying what they paid to me in the first 6 months.
No queremos que nos regalen nada. Queremos es trabajar.
Refugees and migrants sustain the workforce.
Farmers call them the backbone of their business.
These farm workers make farms work.
It's just incredible how much garden they've managed to produce in 3 months.
They're doing a good job. They do enjoy working.
Refugees and migrants repopulate and revitalize towns.
Some communities are now experiencing renewed growth after decades of declining population.
Refugees and migrants address an aging population.
More than 5,000 Somalis have moved to Lewiston since 2000. Today, Lewiston's population is growing, getting younger, and more diverse. A turnaround for this American town.
Refugees and migrants enrich society and culture.
Look what beautiful things she brings.
Folks are coming from different parts of the world and connect with what they love about their culture.
Refugees and migrants address an aging population. Migration can relieve the strain of population aging and contribute to other long-term gains, such as higher growth and productivity. Curbs to migration would prevent aging economies from taking advantage of demographic trends in other parts of the world to ease labor supply pressures.
Migrant mothers are helping to maintain Australia's population level, as the current fertility rate of native-born mothers is below the replacement level.
With Canada's worker-to-retire ratio predicted to reach 2-to-1 by 2036, immigration is seen as key to ensuring that the population and labor force continue to grow.
Germany's open-door migration policy has played a major role in addressing the country's issue of an aging population, while expanding the country's economy. For example, female immigrants are contributing significantly to improve Germany's birth rate, as the Federal Statistical Office shows that almost every fourth child born in 2016 had a foreign mother.
The head of Italy's National Institute of Social Security has stated that having more migrant workers is crucial to supporting the nation's growing number of pensioners.
Migrants from the Philippines and other Asian countries are helping to address Japan's aging population issue.
It has been estimated that by 2030, up to 20% of the U.S. population will be older than 65. Refugees, about 77% of whom are of working age, are helping to fill the workforce gap they leave behind.
Refugees and migrants enrich society and culture. In Canada, almost half of sponsored parents and grandparents of newcomers are employed after 2 years of arrival. Some parents and grandparents care for other family members, thus saving costs of childcare, health care, and psychosocial support, which in turn benefits the greater community.
Aripa Bottoni Italy's 32 migrants, while holding local jobs, add fresh talent to the town's football team and church choirs.
Migrants in Italy share their art, music, and dance with local townsfolk and apprentice in Italian tradecraft such as ceramics, embroidery, and carpet making, helping to keep local traditions alive.
Refugees and immigrants revived an abandoned region of Columbus, Ohio, USA, with new establishments that local residents also enjoy, such as multi-ethnic shopping malls and an international supermarket offering foods from 5 continents.
In 2015, foreign-born Hispanic households contributed $46.2 billion US dollars and $11.4 billion US dollars respectively towards sustaining the United States healthcare and social security programs.
According to the United Kingdom's Council for Assisting Refugee Academics, 18 refugees in the UK became Nobel laureates, 16 received knighthoods, 71 were fellows or foreign members of the Royal Society, and 50 were fellows or corresponding fellows of the British Academy.
Throughout history, migrants have introduced new foods, including diverse dishes, fruits, breads, spices, and condiments, etc., that are now widely loved.
Researchers found that people who have had a multicultural background, such as refugees, have the openness and cognitive flexibility to make their companies or organizations more creative.
Countless refugees now hold high positions as they bring their leadership skills into fields such as the arts, media, law, business, engineering, academia, technology, medicine, education, sports, etc.
After a very long journey, I landed in Canada at the age of 16 by myself as a refugee. And through using the generosity and the supports of Canadians, the community services, and working incredibly hard, I'm now able to stand in front of you as the Member of Parliament for York Southwestern, and even more incredibly, as Canada's Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
Notable members of society who were refugees.
Any smart country would take in migrants and give them citizenship and all that, so their children can also have a good education and then contribute to the country.
All they want is just job, just to earn money, to take care of themselves, take care of their families, their children, their elder parents. That's all they wanted. Nobody really comes to any country with intention to beg or to eat up from your reserve or your system. We all have this dignity, self-respect inside our heart. And even people came from the war, maybe they lost everything, but that's even more so. We have to take care of them. Why don't we let them come in God's love and brotherly care? Imagine it's you. It could be you. It could be anyone on this planet that the war might break out in their country. In the history of mankind, no one has escaped from one time or another, a different kind of war. So why don't we learn from the history of loving and kindness and treat each other kindly? In the Bible it says, be kind to strangers, because you are also strangers in the land of Egypt. That was because when God was talking to Egyptian people. But this can be also broadened into the whole world, like you are also strangers. We are strangers on this earth, in this world when we were born. So we should be kind to all strangers. This is our duties, to help each other.
People have different ideas about refugees.
They're not an issue, they're people.
All human, all sin.
And I gotta tell you, Khaled has changed my mind.
He's been nothing short of amazing since the day he's been here. He's been respectful, polite, hardworking.
He's going to make Canada a better place.
We're here to do a good deed. We're here to give somebody a second chance.
Najwa and her family are like family to us now. What we have now is beautiful and precious.
When I reached here, I looked in the sky and I said, wow, no more gunshots, no more troubles. This is heaven on earth.
For free download and more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/scrolls.